Someone is mowing their lawn and it's pissing me off. Okay, I'm probably gonna get some flack for this one, but here goes. The other day, though, I was just browsing around Steam, checking out some wish-listed games of mine, when something caught my eye. I saw oh my gosh, this person mowing their lawn is like right outside my window. You mowing my lawn, dude? Jeez Louise, so loud. I apologize. Let's get this intro aside. But I saw a little release date. Something caught my eye. A little release date I wasn't even sure I would end up seeing at all. But yes, that is right, everyone. We finally have the final in-stone release date for none other than Stalker 2. Some of you may already know my thoughts on the Stalker series, but boy, I have been quite excited for this game. But with the constant pushbacks, the freaking war in the developer's country, the future of Stalker 2 did look pretty grim. But to my surprise, at least my surprise, we finally know now that we only have to wait a couple of more months and Stalker 2 is coming on September 5th of this year.
Are we there yet?
No.
Are we there yet?
No!
Are we there yet?
Yes.
Really?
No!
All right, I get it. I'm just so darn bored.
Well, find a way to entertain yourself. Are we there yet?
Yes!
Oh, finally!
Woo! Woo! Okay. Sorry if I seem a little all over the place, sorry if I seem a little ecstatic, sorry if I seem like I just took drugs. I am just super excited. And as the days go on, that excitement grows. I also have another video on Stalker 2 where I just talked about the issues the development was having, along with the indefinite delay, saying I had little hope that the game was coming out, but I never expected to be making this video so soon. It has been 15 years since the last game's release, with Call of Pripyat back in 2009, and we were supposed to have had this game already since back in like 2022. But as things go, it was pushed back a little bit in hopes of refining and polishing. Then it was pushed back again from that December 2022 release, this time though for a larger and more reasonable issue. Now, we are here to talk about video games. I am here to talk about video games. I'm not here to talk about politics and war, but at the same time, what's happening in Ukraine is happening. And reasonably, things and people are affected. GSC and Stalker 2 have been affected, with the development HQ located in Kiev. But the developers were determined to finish, and though the game lost its release window at the time, and fans were hit with a little bit of silence, way sooner than we were expecting, GSC went to Discord to let us know that development went on, and to expect the game on September 5th of this year. I was even reading up on the Steam page updates, and they said they know it has been a long and stretched out journey, but that September 5th release is the final set in stone release date, and I am just so excited. But to put this all into perspective on how long some people have been waiting for Stalker 2, the last game released way back in 2009, like 15 years ago. But what most people probably don't know is GSC announced that 2012, yes, 2012, was the release window for Stalker 2, roughly. But as most people can probably assume and guess, that version of the game was eventually scrapped and cancelled, lost forever. But the idea wasn't. About 6 years of silence later, in 2018, news dropped on the elusive Stalker 2. We heard word that it was back in development and being worked on in the new Unreal Engine 5. But the wait wasn't over until now, where we have that final September 5th release date, tallying that all up to a 12-year wait.
What? How could they do that? That's insane!
And yeah, hearing that 12-year wait or whatever, I already know what you're thinking. That Stalker 2 has been in development hell, and you are probably thinking about games like Cyberpunk and its disastrous launch. And yes, I too am a little bit nervous of that possibility. But at the same time, I also think about games like Dead Island 2 and Alan Wake 2, both having some sort of OG version that was scrapped years ago, then were just ideas for years. Most had low expectations for both of those games, but Dead Island 2 was fantastic, to me at least, and Alan Wake 2 is my favorite game of 2023, and was a contender for the Game of the Year. But if those games could pull through to do so good for the crazy developments they had, I think Stalker 2 has a pretty good chance to follow, especially with how great the trailers we've seen look and how everything sounds. And you know, Unreal Engine 5 looks beautiful. But we can only talk about the extended wait so much, as that wait is almost over. So now I'm just gonna move over to some things to expect, some news in general, and what I'm thinking about the game. Okay, so first I want to address, some of the stuff I'll bring up, and have brought up, is not new news. And a few of you may already know some of the things I'm saying. I'm only bringing this up because I do get a lot of comments on videos about upcoming games where people say I did not uncover anything new or anything crazy, or it's just me blabbing about a game, and yeah, I know. The point of this channel is for me to talk about stuff I'm excited for, or to talk about games that I enjoy. It's not always to be a factual, informative channel, though I do try to be as informative as possible. With all that being said though, I just didn't know some of the stuff I'm bringing up, so hey, maybe some of you don't either. And maybe I just want to chat about everything we know so far. But, with all that, oh finally a dude stopped mowing his lawn. With all that said though, I'll start with the name of the game, Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl. So originally it was actually going to be spelt Heart of Chernobyl with an E, which is the more known Russian spelling. But with everything going on, that spelling was changed to an O, as it's the Ukrainian spelling of the plant. And, you know, Chernobyl was in Ukraine, it was in Pripyat. But yeah, I think that's just a kind of cool, interesting little thing. I was confused, to be honest, when I first saw that change. I remember it being spelt with the E, and then I saw it with the O, and I kind of thought, is this spelt wrong? Is this the wrong game? Looked into it, realized I'm just a dummy, I'm just an idiot, but interesting little thing. On to the next though, and some larger news, that being the platform Stalker 2 will be released on. So some may remember the game being announced as a Game Pass Day 1, and it would in fact be an Xbox PC exclusive. Though, during the Epic Games vs Apple court case, it was disclosed that that exclusivity would only actually last a couple of months following the game's release, which, hey, more platforms equals more players equals more recognition. A win is a win is a win. Off of that though, but kind of on the same topic, on to the next, something really cool that comes with Stalker 2 is, okay, so for those who have played the original trilogy, you probably 100% played on PC. At least if you played before March of this year, as we finally see a console release of the classic trilogy. With Stalker 2 moving off of PC exclusively and onto consoles, GSC decided to let the console players get a taste early, releasing the Stalker Legends of the Zone trilogy, which is a port of Shadow of Chernobyl, Clear Skies, and Pripyat, all three games. Also even changing the spelling of Chernobyl in that original Shadow of Chernobyl, which, hey, I think that's cool, and I think it's awesome, and I think the trilogy release is a huge move and a big win, and it might be a little late, you know, 12 years later, 15 years later, whatever, but as I said before, more recognition to the series that deserves that recognition. Then the last thing I want to bring up here, most likely being a reason the game was actually pushed back a little bit, that being a breach that occurred in GSC in June of 2023. So the development company had been dealing with constant cyber attacks for months leading up to June of 2023, but in June, hackers were actually able to steal and leak an unfinished build of Stalker 2 to the public, causing developers to kinda scramble with the world having all of their work. And as I said, this could have been a reason of that early 2024 release window moving to a late 2024 release. But honestly, I think it could also have been motivation for GSC to quickly polish things up and finally get Stalker 2 out before too many people got their hands on that leak. But hey, who knows? We do know though that we are getting the game, it is coming soon, it is actually coming soon, and all we gotta do is wait a couple of months. With all that covered though, I think it's time that I move on to some of my final thoughts and some things I have to say on the matter. So yeah, you could probably tell that I'm pretty excited for Stalker 2, and I don't care what anyone tells me on the matter. Yeah, I know things might end up like Cyberpunk, but I love Cyberpunk. And yeah, I freaking pre-ordered the game, come at me. Will it be a waste of money? Maybe. But hey, it's my money. okay. In all seriousness, I can already smell some of the comments I'm gonna get on this video, and I have also heard my fair share of opinions from people I personally know. But at the end of the day, I love the Stalker franchise, I love the Stalker community, so I am willing to gamble my money when it comes to a game like this. I mean, hey, I pre-ordered the day before. Well, you know how that went. But from what we know and what we've seen, I do have high hopes. I admit I have high hopes, and I'm all around excited. And I know some of you are probably wondering why I've made 2 videos on a game that we don't even have yet, and well, that's just how confident I am in Stalker 2. And yeah, I know that I just rambled on. I get a lot of comments talking about how I think someone said I grind water, something like that. It's like grinding water. I'm just talking to talk, and yeah, you're right. That's exactly what I'm doing because I'm excited for this game. I want to talk about it. I want to talk with all of you about it. And if you sat this long and you enjoyed this video and you want to hear more of my thoughts on Stalker 2, you can go ahead and check out that other video I made. You know, it was one of my channel's earlier videos, so beware. I was watching one of my previous videos looking for a little thing I said in it when I realized how awful my old videos are. I know it's like, that's the meme, that's the stereotype. It's always like that, but I just did not know how. I don't know how to explain it. I was monotone, I was quiet, I seemed like I had no clue what I was talking about. Maybe I still seem like that. Who knows? I don't know. But if you want to check out that video, go check it out. I'm just so excited. I'm rambling. But now I want to hear all of your thoughts on the upcoming Stalker 2 along with this video in the comments now. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to see some gameplay when Stalker 2 finally drops, then hit this video with a like and subscribe now to stay up to date on everything to come. And if you want to support the channel and more videos like this, get your name at the end of future videos, plus get these videos way earlier than usual, check out a membership to the channel now by pressing that little join button below. Lastly, if you heard any music that you enjoyed, check out BillyTheWhip on any music platform now to jam out to any more of my home-cooked jams. And with this here, I thank you all for the crazy support the channel's seen. It is unbelievable. Just thank you all. I'm so ready to calm down and stop talking. My throat hurts, so I hope you all have the greatest day you can possibly have.
Billy the boogeyman coming for you. Look out for the pigs, look out for me too. Been chewing them up, spitting the new, spitting the bones, pushing the noose, squeezing the game. Been making that juice, no need for the pulp. I'm spitting that too, rip it through. Anyone dripping through hoops, it's emergency, man. Sending the truth. I'm on the offensive, so don't get defensive.